One wrong SQL command and your entire database is wide open to hackers. Today, I am revealing the three magic words that control everything in SQL Server security: grant, revoke, and deny, with real world examples. You can't afford to miss it. Hello everyone, I am Abby and welcome back to the channel where we turn boring database stuffs into binge-worthy tech tutorial. If you have ever wondered how to control exactly who can see, change, or destroy your SQL data, stick around because I have got some example straight from trenches. Grant gives the user the ability to perform an action. Example, let's say if you have a user called data entry user and this user should be getting select and insert permissions, so we can grant these two to this particular user. So this is how we can grant. We need to write grant and then all that actions that we need to assign to that user on table name or any database object to that particular user. Likewise, if you want to revoke any of them, the revoke basically does what? It removes the ability to perform the action. For example, user changes. Let's say the data entry user gets changed to reporting department and now he becomes reporting user. So the data entry user does not require insert anymore. They will only require the select. So we can revoke insert from data entry user. So how can we do that? We can write revoke, that is the command REVOKE, insert, which is the action on the table, and data from to data entry user. So it will revoke this particular action from this particular user. And the last is deny. Deny overrides everything. Even if a user is a part of group that has permission, if you deny, this means they are blocked. And how to do that? DENY, and this is a select on cells. Even it belongs to the group has select action permissions, but since you have denied this user data entry user, this user will not be able to perform the select anymore. So it is completely denied. So it overrides. So the basic difference between revoke and deny is that even if it belongs to that group, it will not be able to do that particular action. Make sense? With these three, we are good with the definition and understanding of what grant is, what revoke is, and what deny is. Let's go and see the all in action. I'm back in SQL Server Management Studio, and let's go and try to understand few things here. We are going to have four users. Number one is data entry user. Number two is manager user. Number three is suspicious user, and number four is admin user. Data entry user is the user who can insert data and delete them, but they cannot delete them. You can insert and select also. So you say these guys can insert and select data. Make sense? Manager users are those users who can select and they can do update as well. Suspicious user is none. I mean, you cannot. I mean, they are denied for the select. So these are called suspicious user. And the fourth is admin user. And admin user can have select, insert, delete, and update all. Make sense? Let's go and try to create these all four users. We have made sure that the correct database is selected, that is CWA demo here. Now let's go and create these users here. This is what we create is a login, and this is how we create is the user ID. So now the users have been created. We can check these details from here. So you see this is a data entry user, SQL user, and these all four users got created. Make sense? Now let's go to create a table called TVL orders. We will perform action on this TVL orders. So this TVL order is pretty simple: order ID, order description, order amount, and this is how we can create the table. Table has been created, and now we can insert some data into this table. Data have been inserted. Let's check. This has got 5 records. Now as we see that we have created 4 users and 1 table. Let's go and try to explore and grant some permissions to these specific users based on the rules that we have. So we have created those users. We can check these users are already created here. and we have also created the table which we have already seen. Make sense? Now let's go and try to grant permissions as required. So data entry user will have insert and select, as we know. So that's why we are going to write grant insert and select on TVL orders to data entry user. And likewise, manager user has select and update, grant select update on TVL orders to manager user. And suspicious user we have denied select, and admin user we have provided all insert update delete to admin user. Let's grant these permissions to these users. Permissions have been granted. Now we will do what? We will try to log in through any of these users. So let's go. We are trying to go through login to this database instance again with the data entry user. I'll come here, I'll click this, and then I'll change the authentication to SQL Server authentication, and then I will enter the data entry user and the password that we created, and then we'll connect this. So this has been connected. Now let's go and try to expand this and this database. We are here now. So we have created a table. So select all from TVL orders, and since this user has been granted that access, then that particular action, so the data entry user is able to select this. But what if I want to change this amount of shirt, that is order ID 1001, from 5000 to 6000? Let's try to do this. So what should we write? Update TVL order, and then set order amount equals 6000, where order ID equals 1001. Let's try to see this. Once we try to update this, it shows us the error. The update statement, a permission was denied on the object TVL order database. And why did it happen? Because while creating and granting the permission, you didn't grant update to the data entry user. So what data entry user can do is, data entry user can do select and insert. Yes, they can do insert. Let's say you want to do one insert to the data entry user. Using data entry user, the insert is permitted. So we will quickly write insert into TVL orders values, and let's say we are writing 1006, and let's say we are writing watch, and then 6000, and it should allow us because this user has been granted permission for inserts and select, but you cannot do update using this user. Make sense? So this signifies that whatever permissions that you assign to that user can do that much only. It cannot go beyond that. What if I am using what I am logging through suspicious user? So let's go. Let's log this out. So let's go and then try to write suspicious user, and then again the password, and then we will do the same thing. We'll come here, and from suspicious user we'll expand it. We'll go to this new query and try to select all from TVL. You see this, the TVL orders is even not visible here. So if it does, select permission was denied. Make sense? So this is how we can do that. So we have other users like we created like manager user. So we can enter through, we can log in through manager user, and you can do operation. Likewise, if you want to revoke the permission from one of the users, let's say data entry user, and I want to revoke the select permission, so we can revoke it. So how to write that? Revoke, and then I want to revoke select, on TBL orders to data entry user. So we have done this, and let's revoke it. This has been revoked. Now let me close this quickly, and this also, and let's go and try to log in again via data entry user. So data entry user and password. So now if I am expanding it, going to a new query, and since we have revoked the select permission, let's see if it allows or not. So it doesn't. Even if you have logged in through data entry user, this data entry user does not have the select permission anymore. So I hope that the concept of all grant, deny, and revoke are pretty much clear to you. We'll further talk about some of the best practices. Use the least privilege. So while if you are maintaining database and you have set of users, try to figure out which user has to be given what privilege and try to give as least privilege as possible. Prefer roles over direct user permissions. So we can create roles as well. Based on that, we can give permissions to the role itself, and whosoever user will fall within that role, they will be acting like that. Use deny wisely, because if you use deny, it may cause some sort of confusion. And always audit your permissions. So suppose you have given permissions to whom, what permissions, you need to regularly audit it. Now you know how to control your SQL Server like a pro. No more accidental data leaks or rogue updates. Which one did you use last in your project? Grant, revoke, or deny? Drop your question in comments and I will reply everyone. Hit like if you learned something new, subscribe for more SQL secrets, and share this with your team so nobody breaks the database again. Thanks for watching.